What's going on, guys? XT Coma back with another. We're on Minecraft Java edition. Let's create a brand new world. The title, it's a PC era. Normal, hardcore. I don't see hardcore mode on here. It's okay. That's fine. Hardcore. Anyhow, start a little series. I can't play Bedrock, so we can always hop onto Craft. I want creative. Gosh, freaking dang it, dude. Well. That's me. I want. Yeah. Let's try that again. My fault, y'all. Good survival series name. I could try PC Air, but that's taken for the creative world. Timothy's Wrath. Timothy's Wrath. Yes, sir. This place is beautiful, man. Like, truly, this game. The music, the ambiance. Man, this is nostalgic. Even though it's the new Minecraft, like, updated. Dude. Oh, the trees have leaves now, bro. It's been so long since I played Minecraft. Oh, I did install. Well, it hasn't been that long since I played Minecraft, actually. Well, survival. I played modded Minecraft with the friend. I mean, all I've done. Yes, I am a Steve. I don't have a skin customization. I'm just like that, you know. But that's all right. See some pig out there. Grab some grass, get some wheat going. This looks so good, man. What are these? Leaf litter. Oh, it's like the cherry blossom stuff. Okay. I guess we should chop down some trees, huh? But hope you guys have been doing well. Take a little break from the zombie games. Was debating on like what should I record these fellas? What is something these guys enjoy? So I think we're gonna make this series a real talk series, and this is where you hear my thoughts, my ways of thinking, and just I'm real with you guys. You guys ask me questions in the comments, and I'll come answer them on these videos. So I think it's important that we all learn from each other, you know, help each other out in times of need, you know. So I'll start with the very basis introduction of something that has bothered me and many great other men in their lives, and that subject would be lust. Now, lust has only one true purpose in our lives, and that is to bring us further away from God. That is its only purpose to ever do. Now, whether you say you struggle with it or not, behind closed doors, if you look at a woman lustfully, you've already committed adultery in your heart. Now, there's no beating lust. You can only flee. And that is the hard truth. It took me 10 years to figure that out. Now, with lust, I was exposed at a very young age to pornography. A lot of people know this. A lot of people don't know this. But the way I became different when finding out lust and knowing about women and all that at a very young age changed me completely. Because I could not, like, not think about women that way. And for the longest time, I actually really did hate women, just in general. Like, growing up, I was probably, like, I call myself a little demon child, but, like, it wasn't that bad. Sister came in here, dropped me some steak, a little T-bone. Do I know how to cook? Nah. Do I need to? Yeah. Will it happen eventually? Yeah. Is that right now gonna be today? No. But do I though, for real? Yeah. And honestly, I do need to learn how to cook. Wife won't be happy if I can't cook, but I don't got a wife or a girlfriend, so that's fine. But topic of being exposed at a young age and talking about how it affected me. I really did not like women being younger. Like, I had probably one of the most horrendous views on women because maybe it was because of YouTube or just growing up around seeing other people deal with women, but I never thought it was fair if these people get married and then a woman divorces him. She takes like half his stuff. That really caused a spark and internal problems with women for me. I just did not think it's fair at all. I think that's where my resentment started for women, if I'm being honest. Now, do I still think like this? No. They're just simply living just like the rest of us, you know? And I understand why systems are like that, but in the same time, it is not fair that they can do that. I mean, but it's not my call, you know? But if you were to ask anybody from when I was younger, they would say I'm a completely different person now. I would say. I would like to think they say, at least. But as that resentment started with lust, I started to hate things women did. I started to hate the notion of nice people and just nice girls, because it would just always bother me that they're doing this to get something out of me, you know? And not that I was wrong about them wanting things from me. They certainly did. Not downstairs. They didn't want that. They just wanted money or to be something that they could use me for. And it sucked. It really did. Because I was like, dang, you know? So that happened. This is a nice little area. Horsies on the hill. Piglets. Squid. Let's keep exploring. Control or sprint. It's been a while since I played Java. Oh, we got some turtles. But I hope you guys don't have to ever go through hate like that in your lives, because it truly messed me up, I would say, because I just did not like being around other people, like, at all. I was very closed off growing up because of it, and I just would never speak to girls probably until like the 5th grade, maybe 4th. Now I'm graduated. I don't really talk to females that much. I mean, only females I talk to are probably off Snapchat. Not even texting, just snapping. That's not even talking though, that's just snap streaks or whatever. I mean, so I probably haven't talked to a female since I broke up with my ex, probably. Well, I say that, but like not in person or nothing, you know? What's that? I'm just trying to look for a nice area to build. I kind of like that over there, but I don't know. What is this stuff? Firefly bush. Does it do anything? Huh. Interesting. Oh well. But yeah. So let me go further in depth over lust. And I'll try and be a little biblical about it, but I can't just like remember verses off the top of my head to relate it to what we're talking about, but I can tell you about it. In the Bible, lust defeated the strongest man, which is Samson. And if you think you can fight lust off your own, you are terribly mistaken. I tried, as I said, for years, and I failed. It was not until I grew my relationship with Jesus that it finally stopped. Now, with that being said, do I still struggle with lust? I think once you find out what lust is, there is no going back to like regular life. I do not have a bed. Okay, we're gonna need to build a sword. Because once you figure out what lust is, there's no normal way of life after. It's gonna be a constant struggle. And this is where you have to apply your newly profound faith into action, I would say. Because you will never see it the same. And that's just the truth. You're never gonna look at things the same again. I'm sorry guys, but that's just honest truth. I know it sucks. It does. But the only way, I'm not sure, the best way to go about it is to know what kind of man you want to be. You know? And just deciding, do I really want to look at that woman or this girl or whoever in that kind of way? You probably don't, right? But that, and most nowadays, it is considered okay for hookups, you know? Hookup culture. Stay away from that, guys. If you don't plan on dating someone to marry one day, you don't need to date someone at all. That's just the best way to be about it. Now, in my Christian journey, I can tell you guys right now that when I grew up, I didn't like the church because this is when I struggled with pornography very much. And the pastor at the time at our church said something, or they were talking about it in Sunday class. I'm not really sure, I don't remember too well, but they talked about it, and to me it felt like a personal attack because I'm like, dude, what are these guys talking about, right? Because I had that deep conviction in me that, you know, and I just didn't know about it at the time. So it felt like an attack, and I just never really went to church again after that. So this music's really loud. I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, that's kind of better. But so until I got my first girlfriend, I was on and off of pornography forever. Then I finally met Eden off Snapchat. Like, oh gosh, Snapchat. Yeah. That's how I met my first girlfriend, off Snapchat. Now, I'll tell you how that went. So, I kept getting made fun of for a longest while that I didn't have a girlfriend. I was just like, you know what? I'm finally gonna go add people on Snapchat and trying to find a girlfriend. Every time I did, they'd be like, what you look like? Got called ugly. Now, this is when I was like very young. So, obviously, I didn't have long hair, had no looks, I didn't have my cross necklace. I mean, the cross to me, like the cross necklace, it's good, but it's not supposed to represent who we are. The cross is something you bear within your heart, you know? That is like revolves around what kind of person you are. That's just how you follow the Bible. Not the Bible, you know? That's who you want to be, you know? That's who we choose to follow. It's how you will live your life according to the Bible. Follow the commandments. You know, honor God, praise God, pray for your enemies, and pray for those who are close to you, and do not persecute others. That is for God to do. Do not judge. We are called not to judge, but we see so much in today's world. Even people like me, I'm succumb to judging because it's like, oh, what is that person doing, you know? No one is free from judging, but it is something everyone can work on, you know? So, do be careful about judging, because we will be judged one day by the Father. But, as I was saying earlier, the way I met her, after getting bullied for so long, was really being made fun of. I guess it wouldn't be bullying, but I guess it would be considered, you know, by a whole group of friends. So I finally added this one girl, and she's like, where are you from? I told her where I'm from. It's like, oh, I had a cousin graduate there. I'm like, what's your cousin's name? It's like, yada yada yada. It's like, oh, I know that guy. It's like, really? It's like, yeah. It's like, he helped me with some protein meals for the gym. I was trying to like bulk up for a bit. I got 2 pounds on, but lost it. You know, oh, village out there. Nice. Nice. And so it's like we started texting probably for about 2 months. You know, just non-stop. And she eventually made the bold move of, it's like, hey, here's my number. Play me an 8-ball right freaking now. This is the first time I played a game Pigeon in my life. So I lost, obviously. But, second game, I won. Why? I mean, I'm just a natural person, so I picked up on the mechanics very fast. Have I played pool before? No, I've seen it on TV, but I've never actually played, so I don't really know how this worked compared to the real thing. There's no scratches, nothing like real pool. Just fate, it's easier to bounce off the walls and stuff. Right? So, I won. That's jungle biome. It's cool. Whoa, look at this cave. Hey, there's iron. Oh, we're gonna get that. Hold on. But, sorry, got distracted. So we talked for 2 months. And eventually, it was like she called me one night or something, I believe. And we were just talking forever. And July 28th at 12 p.m. I guess I've been 29th by that point, huh? I asked her to be my girlfriend. And so we were a thing. The very first time meeting her was actually quite interesting because she was like, so you're gonna talk to my mom, basically, and just introduce yourself. I was like, okay. I was like, should I bring my mom? It's like, if you want. So I did. And I didn't get to stay at her house that day because I had to take my mom to a softball game. So it wasn't until next week that I got to see the girl. And I won't tell you guys, may or may not know her. Those who do, those who don't. But I won't describe her. Out of respect for her. We don't talk no more. We're not friends. Just two strangers with a past with each other. Best way to put it. I still think about her. She pops up in my head, but knowing when you moved on is not forgetting the person, because you can't forget people you love. That's just not how it works. I heard it off a speech on TikTok. Is when you think about that person in your head is when you don't flinch back no more. They don't give you anxiousness no more. They don't make your head spin. You don't feel nauseated. That's when you've learned that their absence truly does not bother you no more. And I took it to heart and I meditated on it. Just thinking about it. And sometimes I do miss her and her family. They were nice people. Might have been different Christianity. They were Latter-day Saints, which is like Mormons, basically, to put in short. But did that bother me? No, it did not. Zombies below us. It is quite the yeller, huh? Did that bother me? No. Should it have? Well, looking on it now, I know why we don't talk to them. Because we believe, I'm a Baptist. One of my dreams is to get baptized in the river Jesus Christ was baptized. So I believe that is the River Jordan? I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I don't really know much about the Bible. This is why I've been trying to read it more and understand, you know, through my walk of why we do this and not do that, you know. And the Bible has made me a better person. I can say that for sure. Because principles, honoring, not lashing out, praying for my enemies, pray for those who persecute you. Truly, just beautiful stuff. As the night is falling upon us, all this coal, glow lichen. But first time we went over, we almost did the tango, just straight up. And it was like, whoa, I was like, what the heck am I doing? Basically. And I didn't use all my sticks. And basically, I was like, what am I doing? This is wrong. Because after that instance, I was like, this is not what I want to do. This is not who I want to be. So I stopped. I looked her dead in the face. I grabbed both her shoulders. I was like, I apologize. I'm sorry. I almost did that to you. That we almost did that. He was like, very confused. He's like, isn't this what we're supposed to do? I was like, yes and no. Because she wasn't very far in her Christian walk either. Her Mormon walk. So she didn't really care much about it. And she didn't really understand God either, like I did. or not like I did, but we both just didn't understand it very much. So from what I understood at the time, I was telling her about the beauty that comes from, you know, the sanctifying of two souls, basically. And just telling it's a process that's supposed to be, you know, different. That we are supposed to love each other, honor each other, and just be here, you know, not like what we were doing just then. And after that, we sat there and watched Rio, and we were just talking and talking and talking about why it is, what we thought we could do, what we didn't like. She just sat there and learned about each other, basically, because we only talked for 2 months. I've never met the girl till then, you know, really talked to her like in person. And so in those 2 months, what made it so hard for me to grasp after getting like left the first time was that here's how I fell in love with her in the 2 months of texting without seeing her. So basically I already loved her like emotional side, basically. Whoa, we got colored chickens, what the heck? Brown egg, I got 2 brown eggs. What the flip? And that's what made it really so difficult, was that I was so emotionally attached, and just seeing her just made it 10 times better for me. It really did. It really did, guys. Just seeing her is like, oh my gosh, you're mine, you're real. You know, I like you. Pretty much. I'll let those guys do that. You know? It was just captivating. Beautiful. Something that wasn't forced. Just simple as can be. Nothing was forced, it just happened. And that was just the beauty of it, really. It was just that. It didn't need to be forced. It just happened. Okay, a couple of these hay bales. We're gonna need these for the farm. I know we just been exploring. Ooh, some emeralds. We'll find a spot, hopefully. You know, make a home. We could do this, to be honest. There's a lava pool like right underneath this place. What the heck? Bruh. This place is like a danger zone. We're gonna fill this up. Dandelion. Bruh. Someone got proposed to. Okay. So seeing her be gone just like really hurt, because I was fixing to go to her house one Friday. And it was basically just like, hey, I don't know, but I don't think we're working right now. But this is the first 2 months I've ever spent with the girl, basically, afterwards. So oh no, I guess it'd still be 2 months. I guess it's been 2 months of dating, 4 months of knowing each other. And it was like, I've never felt so wanted before, that I was just so like mesmerized by what had happened. What are the chords for this? How do you check chords? Is it F3? It is F3. I don't really know how to screenshot, so we're just gonna. Where's my phone? Let's take pictures off. That's what we do right here, boy. Take pictures off the phone, basically. If I'm like, where's my camera? Okay. There it is. Let me see how long we've been recording for. I forget it takes a second to 30 minutes. That's not terrible. Forget it takes a minute to tab out. Minecraft is just a little different. That's okay though. I'll just look at top of the. What's my render distance on video? 29 chunks. 30. Let's put it 24. What's biome blend? I have no idea. Okay. What's up, fella? Why are you guys out here? Oh well. I might go explore the jungle. Low key. Is that a dark oak? Bruh. Love Minecraft, just like exploring. Cause like, what the heck? So, fixing to go to her house. I'm fixing to take a shower. I'm stinky. She's just texting me like, hey, I don't know, but I don't think we should be together. I'm just like, whoa, where did this come from, basically? And this is my first, I accidentally hit escape, my fault, guys. And so, having my first girlfriend and just like, I was like, what the heck? Did I do something wrong? Like, I don't know, I'm just not in the mood right now or something. Like, I just don't think we're good. I'm like, why not? We've been good to each other. We've done this, we've done that. And basically, I went to her house. I'm crying on her front porch, and of course she's not at her home, so I'm having to wait there till they get home. So we're on the front porch. She literally pulls up, like her mom's dropping her off. So we're younger at the time. And so we're just both talking. We're talking for a little bit. She's like, I'm not really sure. Basically, I'm like, well, do you just need time to reflect or something? Basically, I'm just asking like, what the flip? I'm like, basically crying. I'm like, Bresky. Basically, like, what the flip? Like, well, what is a fella supposed to do? And so we get to her room. We just start talking. I'm like, do we just need like a break or something? Like, I don't know. I'm pleading here basically. She's like, I'm just not sure. So I leave. I'm like, damn. So I'm crying on the way back. Like, I'm driving crying. Like, thank God I really didn't crash, bro. Cause holy crap, I could not see where to flip. Like, I had to take my glasses off. Like, I just genuinely could not see. Like, I can see without my glasses, but it's just like everything's all blurry. Things that's like straight. But when I play, I sometimes wear my glasses, but not most of the time. They just hurt. They just hurt to hear the way around the headset. So I might want to get some earbuds, low key. That's what I plan on. Ooh, we got a coffee table. I'm just stealing all their bread. That's me, the bread stealer. Anyhow, the next day around 10 a.m., my mom's trying to cheer me up. We're out shopping at TJ Maxx, and she texts me out around like 10 a.m. like, hey, I'm sorry. Will you? What is this bundle? Can hold mix. How do you do this? Oh, what? But it's that we can go in. Okay. This is really cool. Now it's full. What? Interesting. Anyways, it's like, hey, I'm sorry for all of that. Do you want to be together again? I was like, I'm over here and not in my element, so I have no idea what I should be doing. Because I've never had it happen to me, so I'm like, yeah, sure, let's be together again. Obviously. Little did I know. Potatoes. Heck yeah, dude. Then, a week after that, broke up with me on another Friday. It's like, dang. Another week goes by. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stop focusing on her. I get in the gym. A little bit. Get some muscle. Not much, but just some. And she texts back. It's like, hey, do you just want to be together? I was like, sure, I guess. Breaks with me on another Friday. So Oh, no. That's wrong. Or is it? I don't know. In total, guys, I've been with the girl 6 times. Broken up, got back together. Basically. So, not exactly a good seed to follow. And, the ways I live. And then, it had to be second breakup, I guess, because whatchamacallit is another bundle, bro. I'm just gonna keep yoinking these things, I swear. I put a bundle in a bundle? No, I cannot. That'd be kind of funny. And after like the second breakup, we were like together for like a month, maybe 2. It's like November, October season. And I noticed changes in her. Like a lot. And one of the main ones was her. I looked at her phone when I'm at her old grandma's house. Me and her grandma were like pretty, not close, but we just agreed on a lot of stuff. Like kind of besties, but not really, you know, not to that point, but like it was a pleasant seeing her every time. And she enjoyed talking to me. So it was kind of, you know, neutral stuff. And she loves babies. So, you know, when she gets on her, you guys know what, as women, they really want babies. So like I'm just like, no, we can't afford one, basically. You know, you guys know the usual and all that. And so her phone was open and she had it on Snapchat, and I just look over and I just see all these people. Just all these people added. Like, and she goes to a big school, so I'm like, she has all these dudes added on her phone. I'm like, GG. Because this is when I'm believing in like minimal cheating and basically stuff like, hey, if you got all these people added and whatnot, you know, like, what you doing? So basically they'll throw the word insecure around, which I guess they're not wrong, but at the same time, that is perfectly, I think, sane to be insecure about, because like, what the flip you doing with other people, you know? But at the same time, you should be like, I don't care. I mean, if you mess with people other around behind my back, then like, whatever, I guess. I mean, if you don't care really, then it's not gonna bother you. If you do care, like someone like me, then it's gonna bother you, and it did. And she went on a family trip, and here's where I went wrong. I kept like checking in on her every couple of hours, like, hey, how you doing? You doing all right? And the worst part about it is that she'd be online and just would not respond to me. And then this is when I'm hanging out with the buddy, and he claims to be a player, basically, and sleep with all these girls. So he was just trying to give me his little life perspective, and I was telling him about what was happening. I've asked people in my class, hey, what should I do? You know, which is kind of, you're not supposed to do. It's a Stark Oak. Yes. You know, because you really don't want to be messing with other people while doing yada yada yada. I'm like, okay. You know. Whoa, abandoned portal. What the heck? Look at us. Light wetted pressure pit. Kill Flint. Obsidian. Ice bucket. Lodestone. What's a lodestone? Free chest, I guess. Ooh, more melons. And so I literally asked her about it, you know, after one night. So my buddy, he was a firefighter. Or he what? Or like, I guess he was my buddy. I don't really talk to him much. He just messes with too many females now. I've just lost respect for him. And I just hope he gets back on the right path one day. Basically, when it's kind of like really funny because back when we were younger, I used to really look up to the fella. It was a lot bigger, older, not smarter, but just someone you could admire, like a workaholic dad, you know. Someone you didn't really like know a lot about, but you could admire them. It's a panda. Oh my goodness, you shall be named Pandy. Heck yeah. This is Pandy, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Pandy. Yes, sir. It's Pandy. Anyhow, yeah, I'm lost. If you cannot tell. But yeah. So when he was younger, he was kind of like the hero, and I was kind of like the villain. Now it's opposite. I basically on Villain Saga, if you know Caudel, the prince, his buddy, his like guardian got killed, and it flipped a switch in him, and then Thorfinn ended up as a slave, and basically our paths diverged into opposites. I sought peace, he sought vengeance, basically. You know, that kind of stuff, which really sucked. I do need a jungle tree if we are going to continue with these cocoa beans. So I guess we'll wait here for a minute. Yeah, we're just collecting stones, basically. I'm not sure if these will decay or not since they're by other jungle trees. Because you know wood has to be in the presence where the leaves will stay put, so we're just gonna mine these leaves. So I bring it up to her and she's like, well, you always talking about you're scared of this, scared of that. I'm like, well, I have good reason to be. She's like, and why is that? Well, I'm a guy. I know how other guys think. Sometimes guys do find you attractive and they're just trying to be your friends to play the long game. Now, I'm not saying that all guys are like this. There are some people that are just genuinely homeboys and homegirls. And yes, it does upset other people. But their true intentions. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. That's where we shall live. I'm kidding, we're not reaching up there. But no, that's cool. We will build around there, though, for sure. That is really sick. I'm gonna look at that. But basically, I bring it up there, and she's like, well, you text this one girl from my school and class, and she would just always tell me about her problems. I was like, okay, well, someone I didn't really know, someone I was like, okay, it's like in my school, how I thought, like I used to be a big anime nerd. I don't watch much nowadays, but I really wish I got back into it. Whoa, it's a brown pigga. It's a brown pigga. Look at him. It's pigga, but not pigga. Look at me, pigga. It's brownga. Bang. Zombies below me. Anyhow, she was like complaining about her. I was like, I was just showing you this one snap she sent because it was a hockey stadium, and I've never seen a hockey stadium before, and I thought it was super cool. It's like, well, you know what? I'm done with you. You know what? We're breaking up. You know what? Just don't never text me again. I'm done with you. I'm done with you, or something. Like, okay. I wish you a good life. You know. Just don't get in any trouble. You're gonna regret. She's like, I don't care. Just leave me alone. Like, okay. So she blocked me. I added her. Never texted her really again. And for a month, I was like, damn. What do I do? Basically, like, I'm not used to being alone without like this person, you know, like constantly being around me. It's like I forgot who I was. What did I do? What did I stand for, you know? And for that whole month, I just threw myself into playing old games, basically. on the Xbox is my coping, I guess. And with that, it was just you know, like trying to rebuild myself, of like figure out what I stand for, what do I want, what do I plan to intend, you know. This is really sick too. Let me move my mic a little closer or a little up because I don't want to hear you guys hear my keyboard too much, but you still will hear it anyways. I tried turning the noise suppression up on the mic, see if that helped. My friends don't hear it when we're playing, but on the recording, I guess since it's so close on my desk, I thought about playing with the keyboard on my lap, but then I'm not very effective playing like that, so sorry guys, it's got to be how it is. Is this a mangrove swamp? It looks like it. No, I've never actually seen one of these before, so I have no idea what mysterious auras lie within here. Hey, it's an abandoned portal, dude. Look at that. Now, we do need to figure out where we're gonna live, and we've just been exploring. You know? But just look at that sunset, man. You guys know better than that, huh? Chat, we thinking I can Geronimo? Yeah. Sure. Y'all didn't almost witness me die and lose everything. Nope, did not happen. You're imagining things. But yeah, she's like, why don't you just go date so and so? Well, I'm like, well, that's not who I like. You know, I like you, and I wanted to make it work with you. As I was explaining it to her, she was just like, I'm not hearing none of it. Basically, what is this? What kind of drop? Frick. Gravel? City, we don't need it right now. Mud. What the heck? Grab a couple blocks of this. That makes a weird funny sound. What is that? 16 blocks, that's okay. What kind of trees are these? What the? Anyways. I was like, that's not who I like. I like you. I wanted to make it work with you. So well, she's just like, well, I just don't feel the same way. So ended off for a month. I'm just chilling, doing my thing. You guys know this. And when she broke with me during school, in Algebra 2, I had like a 94, a pretty good A, a decent A. Sorry for the voice crack, you know, happens. I was doing pretty good. And then I wasn't. I just wasn't doing good. I got like a low B. Started getting to a point to a C. And my mom was like, what's going on? I'm like, well, Edie keeps breaking up with me. She's like, you know, like, what am I gonna do? Because doesn't want me failing. Doesn't need me failing. I need to get that class I do, college algebra, which I did eventually pass. Whole month, I didn't pick no learning back up. I just slowly kept lagging behind, not understanding. And if it wasn't for the people in my class who I told, and who were just like, dang, just need to help a brother out, you know, I wouldn't have passed that class. Those guys were some homies. And I don't know where the chest is at. I don't care for it. And so I thought that I wouldn't pass that. And after like a month, sometime, I don't remember if it was January or February, there's a lava pool like right there. I can hear it. Unless it's just like sand blowing, which could be a thing, but I don't see no sand though. But anyhow, she texted me, gave me on Instagram. She's like, you know, I really thought about it, and I really miss you, and I apologize for this and that. I apologize for all my actions to doing this, and I just want you to know I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things. I'm sorry for how I treated you. If you don't want to talk no more, I'd understand, but if you could like find it within your heart, would you like to get back together? I was like, thank you. And I actually texted back, you know, you guys know me. I'm not like a idiot who just say F you to a woman. You know, I just can't do it. Just can't do it. I don't have that backbone into me, you know, which is something I should probably work on, but I don't like speak to people like that. I don't just like, oh, F you, man, you know, or whatever. Just not who I am. And so I took her back. This is probably the longest time we've actually stayed together. And this was like for 5 or 6 months. And the problem after that came was something I would never have expected. She asked me to do the tango. I was like, I told her no because we need to stay biblical. And then she kept asking. And then a new fear popped inside of me. It's like, if I keep saying no, is she gonna leave me? That is where a lot of things went wrong. That thought completely destroyed me. Because everything I was working towards to not lust and to say try to have God in the center just didn't happen. You know, wow, this is a huge swamp, bro. My gosh. And I gave in, basically. I straight up gave in. And we did it. I lost my virginity at 17. You know, and you're in high school, you're just like, man, that's the end goal, basically. Yeah, I'm the man, you know, basically, and stuff. Right? No. Because I soon strayed from God every time I gave into lust. Look at these other moves, bro. Horns. Look at them. And so, after succumbing to lust, because lust has one purpose, and that is to pull us away from God no matter how it sees fit. What is that? Like sand. And after that, the relationship had some rocky points. Because not every time we did it. Well, yeah, every time we did it, I would drive home. I'm like, dude, what am I thinking? What am I doing? This is not how I love. I kept apologizing to God, but every time she asked, I would fold instantly. So basically, my prayers of like help were just useless because I kept sinning, and sinning just wasn't good for nobody. It wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for my soul. My soul was starving because I left it to dry. And eventually on her birthday, I had like a panic attack because she said she's spending time with friends. Now, I knew they were probably her gals, but I essentially had a panic attack, I would say. That's the best way I can describe it as, because I don't know how any other way you can simply put it. And so when that happened, I didn't go off on her. I was voicing how I feel and why I feel and how like I feel right now. And it was like 4 a.m. She's already falling asleep. So she has no idea. And so she wakes up. She's mad. Texts me. It's like, you're not getting to see me on my birthday, basically. I'm like, what? Like I literally picked out her a necklace, her candles, making her a card, and everything. A basket, you know, a little gift basket. Something I put thought into, you know, at least I consider I put thought into. Broke up with me on her birthday. I was like, dang, pretty much. What do you do? And this is when I went to like New York. I didn't really talk to people. I was just like, I'm trying to live, and like figure out what's the next. Where do I go from here? What's the next thing I should do? You find a way down over that way. Looks more like mangrove and jungle though. We mind some mangrove while we're up here. While we're at it. This is really, really big. Oh, we have full inventory. I need to find a base location, bro, but I don't know where to build. I'm not like a great builder. I don't know. I'm sorry, fellas, for ranting so long, but I'm just telling you that lust is ultimately bad. It's not good for you. I'm just telling you my story and how it happened. I don't want you fellas to do the same thing as I did. Don't give your purity up for nobody. In all honesty. Not for your girlfriends. Not for that hookup. Not for that 2-man. Genuinely don't do it. If it's not from God, you don't need to be diverging in it, you know? And learning that the hard way was an eye-opener for sure. Because after the 2 weeks, or during the 2 weeks, I'm in New York. She's still texting me. And like the final day before we head back, she's like, my mom said you could come with us to Missouri. With because it's like her grandma's annual trip or something she does every year, like once every year. Like, okay. You know? And so I asked my parents if I can go. It's for my 18th birthday, by the way. 4th of July, by the way. So for the whole week, I'm not seeing my parents. And they're like, you're 18, do what you want, basically. You know? What? Another 2 villages, bro. Bro, like, I'm just too good. They call me the Lone Explorer. The Wandering Vagabond, basically. What the heck? This is cool. And so I'm with them. Everybody is having a great time. Besides her and her younger sister like getting some like nitpick arguments, basically. You know, that's bound to happen in siblings. So me and my sister do. But we're not as bad as we were now, I would say. Because like we kind of respect each other in a sense, but not really. Not as, you know? So they got me an air mattress. So I'm sleeping between both the beds. I'm not allowed to sleep on the bed with her, obviously, but like I've slept in the bed with her in her room. We've done the thing. Do they know that? No. But like I've slept in a bed with her. We've slept together before. I slept with her with my shirt off. I don't like sleeping with the shirt on. But I eventually got used to sleeping with the shirt on. So I don't really have that problem no more. Kitty. Let's look for stuff to rob, huh? What a fella. Oh, look at what? Whoa. What is that? What's this stuff? What's up, fella? Oh, bro, what the? They have camels in here? Yo. Oh my gosh, we're driving oh, my fault. We ride at dawn, baby. Bruh. What the heck? That's super funny. Anyhow, the whole trip was great. It was great. We were all having a good time. Another bundle. Guys. What the heck? What the heck? And so I'm enjoying my time with them. And then on the way back, we get to our house. I'm unpacking and stuff, getting my stuff ready to get back in my truck. I'm driving my mom's Yukon now, spent for gas. And then tell me going home. I'm like, okay. Say goodbye to her. Then 2 weeks after that, she breaks up with me. Like, what the heck? And this is where I'm just like, you know what? I'm done, basically. I'm done chasing. I'm logged out, basically. And so I'm like, you know what? That's okay. It's like, because she's just like, I don't know. I feel like we're just like on such tight ropes, basically. Like we're always on edge. You know, there's like an yeah. I'm like, are you talking about the awkwardness every now? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that's just because you keep breaking up with me. Like, what do you want me to really do? There's not much I can do. You're the one breaking up with me. I almost broke up with her once. And that was finna be the final straw. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just done. And basically, I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this. I'm a little stuffy. I think I have the fans turned on too high last night. So then I'm trying to word this correctly so it doesn't sound off. I'm not trying to make her a good person out of this, I swear. But I hope she's doing well. Oh, yeah, here we are. I know what I'm finna say. Okay. So basically, I'm just like, you know what? That's fine. I respect you. I respect your decision. Let's just be done, because clearly we're just not, you know, and stuff. We're just not doing well. Like, you know what? You're worried about school. You're worried about us breaking up. I get that. Let's just call it, you know, whatever. And people are gonna be like, you called it. I'm like, if she wants to pull away again, there's just truly nothing I can do to change your mind. I've changed it once or twice. There's just no more for me. There's just no room for me no more, basically. So I let her go because I loved her. And you're like, but you're a man. You can't just let her go. Well, I did. Because I loved her. I wanted her to be happy. And I was just tired of the constant back and forth. You know? And so I finally let go. And it was not as bad because she left me in total of 6 times, guys. Like, what more can I really be sad about? Like, the random occurrence of, oh, I don't text somebody to tell them about my day. You know, I don't text someone good morning, good day, I love you. You know what it's time for me to do? Tell my parents I love them, you know? Tell my sibling I hate a lot of the times I love them, you know? Give it back to myself. Because the smiling at other people and who they love and helping out the people who need help, the love was never about finding love. The love was the realization that I had it in me all along. I just couldn't see it because I was so blinded by modern day we call dating. Oh, silk touch is huge. Mending boots? What the heck? Drippy. Drippy. Drip on me. Jeez. Let me drip out. Yeah, so once I realized that the love was just in me all along, that my heart was a good heart, I finally sought God, got a job, and I just been grinding, basically. Now, my job I got while I was in high school, I still work it right now. I work at Brookshires. I'm just a self-checkout guy. I mean, that's not what I hired for. I was hired as a cashier, but I found out I was 18. They put me over there like, you're gonna work this. Like, okay, whatever. I'm not a cashier. I know how to count money. I don't work the new systems they have. No, but kinda. Is that okay? Yeah, totally fine. Man, I just gotta find the plains biome again. I'm so lost. We're in the mesa right now, bro. What the heck? Let's, I guess, explore through the mesa, huh? See where this takes us. Just a wandering vagabond, I guess. I know we're probably over a little bit of an hour, but I hope you guys take what I'm saying to heart, truly. And just don't give in temptation. Seek God. Seek God, truly seek God. He's the only thing that can fill you with purpose in this life. That's how I feel. Now, I'm not gonna push Christianity on you, but I do hope you guys do find God and Jesus, and that once you understand what I'm talking about, once you experience it yourself, I think you'll understand where I'm coming from. I think I truly believe that, because like when I was with that girl, there was a point where everything in my life was just going so bad with family, parents arguing, just basically I felt so outcasted in my friend group where I belonged, and it's just like, what am I doing, dude? Like, do I even want to be here? And I was just psyched out in my head, just faking on a smile, basically every day, sleeping in class. I still had good grades in most of them, but I just started caring less and less and less. So I opted out. I tried to slit my wrists, basically. I tried to kill myself. But then, I'm not gonna say, oh, I heard a voice. I started thinking back on everything, basically like a final 7 minutes. If you got decapitated, like in your brain, or like before you die, there's like a 7-minute period where everything you've lived through plays in your head. And that happened to me. I started thinking back on everything I've done. And then the topic of Jesus popping in my head came up. and it felt like an extraterrestrial being was with me. You know, something up like a presence you can't describe, but it was warm. He said, "What are you doing, my child?" Basically, I'm just like, I'm just so lost right now. I don't want to be here. Like, I don't have purpose. I just don't know what I'm doing, basically. He's like, "But you have purpose." I'm like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Out of all the times that you could have died, why would I let you die now?" Basically, because I've had a lot of things, like, not physically. Well, I guess you can say some, but I'm not gonna say I've had a hard life, you know. And he's like, "Out of all those times, do you think I seriously would have let you die if it was for naught? Do you think I don't have purpose for you?" I was like, I don't see it. I don't believe it, basically. And it was like, blessed be the ones, you know, who do believe when they sought not. And he, feeling that presence, I put a band-aid on, pulled myself out of the tub in the bathroom, and my wounds on my wrist healed within a day. It was something I've never, like, something extraordinary that I just could not describe, that was like real, because it's almost like mystical. You're a librarian. Crap, go back to sleep, nerd. It's just like, what the heck, like, what? You know, can I screenshot this? How do you screenshot? Bet. It's F2. And basically with that, I got back into church with that conviction. So I went to one of my youth camp leaders. I was telling him about the lust. I never told anyone I've tried to kill myself, besides a couple people. Not even my family knows. My sister caught on, but I played it off. She doesn't know. And so I got back in the church. I became a believer. I took the word serious. I tried paying attention to learn. I did learn. Learned a lot. So my faith has been restored. And ever since, I've just spoken out. I went to a church camp trip not too long ago. Maybe a month ago. Beginning of this month, basically. Shipwreck. And I tell people my story about lust and how long I've been fighting it. How I got assaulted. How I diverted away from Christ. How the person I trusted most, who became my best friend, led me away and left me brokenhearted. Pillages. I don't got no armor for all that. What the heck? And they're like, how did you not become a bad person? Well, to them I say, I'm basically the embodiment of a knight, if you must. This is what I tell them. They're like, a knight? Like, well, I tell them about Vinland Saga, how truly watching it changed my perspective on a lot of things. And like, so you only changed because of watching the show? I'm like, no. This is just one of the many factors about it. I was telling them how other shows influenced me to always stand up for others and just always have a helping hand out. Like, so you're influenced by shows. that's a good part of it, but a deep convention of it, all the characters relate back to the Bible. And they're like, how does that make sense? I'm like, I'm not sure, but that's just how they were portrayed. So, you know, and thinking as a knight, I genuinely like to help people. If I see someone in need, like if there's a homeless guy on the road, I do tend to give him like $5 or something, you know. And I have got scammed a couple times, you know, out of it, yeah. But did it help him through whatever? Yeah. Do I care that much? Nah. It helped him. It's whatever. You know? Like, you guys get what I'm saying here? I hope so. I hope so. So, becoming a knight was very interesting. It was like faith, but with action and purpose now. So, when that happened, I just became who I was, what I felt was my calling. And a good bit of it was like, I felt the need to spread it through YouTube. It's something I've always dreamed of, being a YouTuber, being a streamer. And it's just a hobby I do. But if it blows up, it blows up. There is no greater glory for me. I'm going to give it to God, you know. Because truly, it's thanks to him that I have what I have. Because I wasn't supposed to be born. I wasn't supposed to make it past 2 weeks. I was in ICU. Docs were like, yeah, this kid's not finna live. But I did. You know why? Because I had purpose. There was purpose. Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna drown here. I know. It wouldn't let me push the door down. I was really confused. Me too. Now there's lapis and iron nuggets. That's fine. That's fine. Suspicious moss block. Interesting. Clock and buried treasure. I have a lot of sticks, huh? It's like you and replace you. Hey, he served his purpose. Now we're rich. Where is the spare treasure? Is it close? No, it's like way yonder. I don't know if we're moving in the right direction. I think we'll go ashore and end off our little entourage of yapping. But guys, don't let lust ruin you. Don't. The strongest and wisest man fell to lust. It is something to not be joked around with. Take it seriously. Take your relationship with God seriously. And just like be kind and expect nothing in return. I mean, like truly. Don't be a good person just to say you're a good person. I don't ever blow around like, oh, I'm a good person. You know, if people want to describe me like that, sure, they can go right on ahead. But I take no honor in saying, oh, I'm a good person. That makes me more mad than anything ever. Just like, I'm not a good person. I am a sinner. There is no good in me. I'm only this way because I've been forgiven. And I plan to do well from now on. Basically. And it's thanks to God that I've been allowed to be renewed through Jesus Christ. Through his sacrifice for our sins. I thank him for what he's done. And you guys should too. If you have any questions, I can put you guys to a couple youth leaders that I know from my church. Is this an armadillo? What the? But nah, guys, I genuinely do hope you guys enjoyed this long talk and just really taking in what I say with a serious heart and just think about what I'm truly saying here, because there's nothing better than the realization, guys. Like, I'm being so for real. Now we have more, but iron's better. Wait for the next person that comes across here. But thank you all for, if you do listen to the end of the episode, thank you, truly. With that being said, I hope you guys live very long lives. That being said, bye-bye.